Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the last chapter in our syllabus, that is index number. So first let us understand what do we mean by index number and what does index number do. So index number mainly helps us to find out the percentage change in the value of different variables. The variables may be price, production of commodity of different goods over time with reference to base year. So in case of index number, there will be a base year and there would be a current year. The base year helps us to compare the changes in the variable over the different years. Okay. So first, what is the meaning of index number? In the words of Spiegel, an index number is a statistical measure designed to show changes in the variable or group of related variables with respect to time, geographical location, or other characteristics. So index number is a measure which is designed to show the changes in the variable with respect of time, geographic location, or characteristics. So what are the features or characteristics of index number? We have first one, measures of relative change. Index number measures relative or percentage change in variable over the period of time. Say for example, index number of prices is not simply a statement of prices of different dates, but it presents the estimate of percentage in the prices. So over the year the prices may change, but index number will represent the percentage of changes in the prices over the years by taking 1 year as the base year. Okay. Say for example, in 2020, the prices is 200 when compared to the year 2004 or 5, which is 100. So it suggests that the prices have risen by 200 in the current year when compared to the base year. In India, usually the base year is 2004-5. And if these 2 years are not given, whichever is the previous year would be the base year and the current year would remain the same. Next we have quantitative expression. Index numbers offers a precise measurement of quantitative change in the variables. Say for example, the index of prices will tell us that between the year 2016 and 17 prices have risen by 7%, or it may say that the industrial production has declined by 3%, or it has increased by 3.5% during the period. So your index number is giving us a quantitative expressions like why the prices are rising, prices are falling. Correct? They are saying us in terms of percentages. Next we have averages. Index number will show the changes in terms of averages. Say for example, if it says that the prices have increased by 7% over the year, it is not necessary that it is increased exactly by 7%. They are just taking the changes in price over different years. They are just taking the averages. It can be less than 7% or it can even be more than 7%. Clear? So these are the features or characteristics of index number. Next we have difficulties or problems in the construction of index number. First we have purpose of index number. There are different types of index number constructed with different objective. So one must know the objective behind constructing an index number. So this is a very difficulty faced, or it is a problem in constructing of index number, that the purpose is not well defined. Say for example, if the objective is to study the impact of change in the value of money on the consumer, so one will construct a consumer price index number. If we have to study the changes in purchasing power of money, we have to study, or we have to construct the index number on the basis of wholesale price. So one of the major difficulty is to know the purpose of index number while constructing the index number. Next we have selection of base year. Selection of base year is another problem. Base year is reference year in which we will be comparing the prices with that of current year. Base year should be a normal year, that is, it should be one without much ups and down. Otherwise, index number would fail to capture the real change in the variable. Next we have selection of goods and services. Though we defined the purpose, we got the base year. Next is to select the goods and services to conduct the index price number. In this case, we cannot include all the goods and services. We have to choose the particular goods and services and then construct the index number. Next, we have selection of prices of the goods. We have selected the goods and services, but the next problem that arises in construction of index number is to select the prices of the goods and services. So the problem here, which is we have to adopt retail price, wholesale price, control the open market price. So this becomes one of the problem in constructing index number. Next, we have to find out the average price. In the construction of index number, the base year is always 100 and other values of different years are related to 100. Say for example, if a cloth price of the base year is rupees 5 per meter and in the current year if it is rupees 10 per meter, so the index price would be current year divided by base year into 100, which is 200. Clear? So base year is always denoted by 0 and current year is denoted by 1. So here the price index is denoted as P01, which means that it is read price index of the year 1 in relation to year 2. That is base year is P0, current year is P1. So P01. Next we have selection of method of weighting. There are different methods of calculating the weights, that is Fisher's method, Paste's method, Lapris method. So while constructing the weighted index number, one must justify his choice for choosing the method of weighting. Next we have problem of finding averages. In finding out averages values, different kinds of averages may be used, that is geographical average, arithmetic average, etc. So the choice of average significantly influencing the result becomes little difficult. Next we have selection of formula. There are different formulas, again Paste's, Fisher's method, Lapris's method. So to select which formula to use is a problem in constructing of index number. Next we have advantages or uses of index number. So first one is measurement of change in the price level or the value of money. So one of the major advantage of index number is to measure the value of money during different periods. We can use index number to know the impact of change in the value of money on the different section of society. Next we have knowledge of change in the standard of living. Index number helps to ascertain the living standard of people. Money income may increase, but if index numbers show a decrease in the value of money, then the standard of living will also reduce. So index number helps us to find out the real income. Next we have adjustment in salary and allowances. Cost of living index is useful guide to the government and private enterprises to make necessary adjustment in salaries and allowances to the workers, and increase the cost of living index suggests increase in salary and allowances. Next we have useful to business community. Price index numbers serve as a useful guide to the business community in planning and making decisions. Next we have information regarding production. Index numbers of production show whether the level of agriculture and industrial production is increasing or decreasing. Accordingly, the agriculture and industrial development policies will be formulated. Next we have information regarding foreign trade. Index of export and imports provide useful information regarding foreign trade. Next we have useful to politicians. Politicians will come to know the real economic conditions of the country, and thus it will help the government to change the policies as and when required. Next we have useful to government. It will help the government to determine the monetary and fiscal policy and take steps for the economic development of the country. So these are the advantages or uses of index number. Next we have limitations of index number. First one is not completely true. Index number cannot be completely true. Say for example, one can estimate the change in the value of money with the help of index number, but it is just a temporary change in the variable and not the permanent change. Next we have international comparison is not possible. Different countries have different bases for index number, so internationally we cannot compare. Next we have difference of time. With the passage of time, it is difficult to make comparison of index number. With the changing time, man's habit, taste also will change. So this again is a limitation of index number. Next we have limited use. Index numbers are prepared with certain objective. If they are used for another purpose, they may lead to wrong conclusions. Say for example, index number can be prepared to know the economic conditions of the teachers, but cannot be used to know the economic conditions of the laborers. Next, we have lack of retail price index number. Most of the index numbers are prepared on the base of wholesale price. So here the retail price index is ignored. So this is again a limitation of index number. Next, we have simple and weighted index number. These are the two concepts related to index number. So first one we have a simple index number. These are the index number in which all the items of the series are given equal weightage or importance. Say for example, if the price is compared, all the goods and services will be given equal importance. Next we have weighted index number. These are the index number in which different items of the series are given different weightage depending upon their relative importance. So in case of simple index number, all are given equal weightage and importance, but in case of weighted index number, only few of the items are given importance. Weighted index number are very difficult to construct, but it gives a much more realistic view of the change of variables when compared to simple index number. Clear? So that's all for today. We shall be continuing the remaining chapter in the next class. Thank you.